Hello everyone, welcome back to Fury Time channel. Wilder, Zhang, Giley, Hrgovich and Parker can perform in the Joshua Ngannou show, another large-scale boxing evening in Saudi Arabia, which will be headed by a duel between Anthony Joshua and Fransis Ngannou. It's scheduled for March 8, according to American journalist Dan Rafael, and other top heavyweights can enter the ring. One of them is ex-world champion Deontay Wilder, who was supposed to be Joshua's next opponent, but the defeat by Joseph Parker on December 23rd in Saudi Arabia prevented these plans. One of Wilder's possible rivals in the boxing evening on March 8th is the interim WBO heavyweight champion Zhang Giley. However, this has not yet been decided, and perhaps both boxers will enter the ring on March 8th against other rivals. Another possible participant in the boxing evening is the first number of the IBF rating, Hrgovich. However, Joshua chose to fight Ngannou, and Hrgovich can fight for the vacant title against Joseph Parker, who stands right behind Joshua in the IBF rankings, although it is not necessary that this fight will be included in the boxing evening program. On March 8th, former heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua and the former UFC champion Fransis Ngannou have agreed to fight. Forbes has published data on possible athletes' fees. According to the magazine, Joshua is likely to receive a fee comparable to that paid to Fury for the fight with Ngannou. Then Tyson received $50 million. According to the Sports Business Journal, Ngannou's agent confirmed that his client will receive another 8-figure sum for the fight with Joshua. Francis earned $10 million for the fight with Fury, so there is every reason to believe that his fee for the fight with Joshua may approach $20 million. Recall that in early 2023, Ngannou left the UFC and announced that his transition to the world of boxing. A new date for the fight between former boxing world champion Anthony Joshua and the former UFC heavyweight title holder Fransis Ngannou has become known. The fight was originally scheduled for March 9th. However, the organizers of the tournament in Saudi Arabia have moved the boxing night to March 8th in order not to compete with UFC 299, which will be held on March 9. Note that Joshua and Ngannou will fight according to the rules of boxing. Ngannou made his boxing debut in October 2023, then he fought with WBC heavyweight champion Tyson. The Cameroonian lost to the Briton by a split decision of the judges, while sending his famous opponent once to a knockdown. Former heavyweight boxing champion Anthony Joshua will be the favorite to fight against the UFC title holder Fransis Ngannou in 2 months, but not as big as one might expect. At the moment, the coefficient of victory for the British probability is 60%, while the success of the Cameroonian is estimated at a coefficient of probability 44.44%. Bookmakers published the starting odds shortly after the 10-round boxing match was officially announced by the organizers from Saudi Arabia. On March 9 in Riyadh, Anthony Joshua was supposed to share the ring with American Deontay Wilder. However, 2 weeks ago, Wilder suffered an unexpected defeat from New Zealand Joseph Parker, as a result of which the fight with the Briton lost its relevance. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel.